CNN terrorism analyst Paul Cruikshank, CNN counterterrorism analyst Phil Mudd, he's a former CIA official, and Tara Mahler, she is senior policy advisor for the Counter-Extremism Project. So, Paul, I know that you have some new reporting, if you could share that with us about this suspect.
That's right. The network that the suspect belonged to were in direct contact with German ISIS operatives in Syria and Iraq. And one of the people doing those communications was Boban Simunovic, a Serbian-German national, one of the leading figures in this network, who was basically like a guru to Anis Amri, the attacker. So he was in direct contact with ISIS in Syria and Iraq. Of course, ISIS have claimed that a soldier of the Islamic State carried out this attack. So as we sort through the degree of ISIS ownership of this attack, that's quite a significant new detail.
And Tara, Paul actually reported that Anis Amri wanted to go to Syria, was sort of frustrated he wasn't going. The network that he was dealing with in Germany was helping to achieve that end. So knowing now that there is this network that could be helping him, how much does that play into his ability to evade authorities?
Well, first of all, a lot of individuals in that network have previously been arrested, so he's lost some of his support, which could have had to do with the timing of the attack, because he might have known that authorities could have been on his trail after those arrests. But let's say he does have support. It's still very difficult, and this is a term that Phil Mudd uses all the time, to go off the grid. It's very difficult for somebody to, for an extended period of time, not have any cell phone use, any computer use, or anything where authorities may or may not be able to intercept it. So, I mean, it is problematic and troublesome that it's taken them this long, because there were a lot of missteps in the previous parts of the investigation. Having said that, I think authorities will be able to eventually find him, and if he is in touch with other members of the cell, that'll help them find him, because presumably they may be monitoring some of those people.
Phil, how worried are you that this could, though, turn into something protracted or even eventually a trail that goes cold?
Not yet. I would give this another day or two, maybe through the weekend. Simple reason, what Tara was saying, that is, authorities in Germany aren't telling us what they know. They know who the associates are, what their names are, where they lived, and how they communicate. That is a web of knowledge that they're looking at now, hoping that the subject walks into a place they already have under surveillance. They're not talking because they don't want him to figure out where they have strengths and where they have weaknesses. Give it a day or two or three. Right now, I think their web of knowledge is good enough that if I had to bet in Vegas, they'll pick him up pretty soon.
All right, let's hope so. All right, Phil Mudd, Paul Cruikshank, Tara Mahler, thank you so much to all of you. And